Isn't immigration policy also adorable?
Because instant justice is delivered.
I think it
In
is.
comes a paddle from the west. Bam! An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, a dick for a dick.
Working the pigsty, Kobe. Thanks for the 213 sub. I'd like to remind you about dog balls. That is all. I honestly can't even remember the fucked up message. You said something about tasting dog balls or something, and I chose to forget it. Kobe, you sick bastard. You're a weirdo. Guys, up here in the top right-hand side in the blue, it's succulent. You ever tried a succulent piece of meat? It's delicious. Succulent's a great word. Down here in the bottom left-hand side, ready to try and blind his opponent with his white webs of goo. His name is Spider-Man. Holy shit, that came out sounding a lot worse than it meant to. Oh my god. Nice fast hatchery does go down. Probe doesn't even have anything to say about it. It's just like, nah, you can take it. Sometimes I just say things and then I hear my voice say what I've said and I'm like, whoa, that sounds really messed up. I was thinking about, you know how he does that in like the Avengers movies? He keeps shooting spiderwebs in people's eyes and shit. Yeah, it was okay. Anyways, that was a little bit fucked up. You know what? Succulent here says, what's this? You're expanding? Mate, you don't have a work permit for here. You don't got no visa. I'm gonna build a forge. Ooh, Succulent's just... Look at this probe. You can tell he's a dickhead. There's just something about his little robotic face, which says, I'm a bit of a cunt, and I would like to take you to Dicktown. The drone is like, I know you might be a dick. I'm going to chase you just in case. That is a pylon. Let's see. Is Spider-Man going to react? Spider-Man's like, oh, it's a fake. You're trying to fake me out. I know your type. You're just trying to pretend you want a cannon rush. You're trying to pretend. Oh. Great micro from Succulent there. Going for the double pylon, slowly pulling probes across the map. The Overlords see it, they radio back, they're like, there's more probes on the way, man. Spider-Man says, mate, this drone's already killed one probe. I think you can easily kill another one. Succulent's like, well, I mean, I'm just gonna fucking build cannons in your face. But there's already fucking Zerglings here. Oh no. Succulent is in trubs. Succulent is in a lot of fucking trubs right now, gang. Things are not... Oh, actually, wait. These Zerglings aren't even killing the... They're going for the pylons. No, you gotta kill the cannons. Spider-Man's brain is broken right now. There's another pylon in the back you haven't even touched, buddy. Oh, no. They're chasing the probe. The cannons are gonna finish. I can't believe what I'm fucking watching. Oh, no. Oh. And Florencio, somewhere in the world, just made a hot mess in his pants. He says, Spider-Man says, fucking bullshit cannons, man. Could have simply attacked the cannons with his Zerglings, immediately built a few more Zerglings, but instead chose to mine 800 minerals, spend none of it, and now is making a lair. Meanwhile, didn't want to end the life of those wriggly boys, those little larvae. Eventually, they do get turned into more drones, but it might be a little bit too little too late. As I believe at this point, if you were to witness Spider-Man's bedsheet situation, not only would they be filled with little Disney princesses and you'd go, hey, what's that about, buddy? You a big fan of Ariel the Little Mermaid? And you'd be like, but what would really surprise you is the shit stain on them. Because something Protoss players don't realize, the reason Zergs are always complaining about cannon rushes is there is actually a built-in physical reaction. When you build a pylon and then a photon cannon in the Zerg's base, immediately the Zerg player has an 80% chance of shitting the bed. And usually we're talking about a real hot fucking mess. We're talking about shit in the sheets. We're talking about diarrhea dripping off the sides. There's like creeks of shit. We're talking about tributaries, rivers. It's all coming off the mountain, of course, that is the sleeping form of the Zerg player. It's one whole disgusting fucking mess. And that is why Zerg players aren't the biggest fan of the cannons. However, Spider-Man gathers himself, takes his sheets, gathers them up, puts them in the washing machine and says, yeah, let's pretend that didn't happen. I'm gonna go Spire. I'm gonna go for an infestation. We're gonna go mutas. We're gonna go swarmhosts. We're gonna make this happen. I've got a chance in this game. We can do it. Meanwhile, Succulent on the other side of the map is going for the expansion, has the 2 gateways, has the cybercore, is all like, hey mate, do you like me border control? I set up a station next to your base and then I fucking killed it. Ha ha, dickhead. The probe here takes a glance up, gets one tentacle to the face, and then does pull back. Another pylon building, but this spine crawler is going to have something to say about that one. Back at home, more and more gateways are on the way. It's the 4-gate, no warp gate. One of me favorite builds in the book. I believe Florencio's in chat. How you doing, Florencio? I think this player here is a fan of yours. And is that a 1-base hive? That's a one base hive is on the way, gang. It's not Mutalisks, it's 1-base Broodlord. The best transition, Spider-Man here says, well, I mean, yeah, maybe. If you give me 8 minutes, I can get out 3 Broodlords and then slowly break out of here. What I believe we're going to witness in this game is the equivalent of this fucking country over here building a single cannon from the Napoleonic era to try and break through a modern military entrenchment system. We're talking about, let's make a single fucking piece of shit to try and blast through. And by that point, our opponent's going to have a sprawling economy. The cultural victory, I'm pretty sure, was won a while ago by Succulent. Still no warp gate. That gets me a little bit wet, a little bit randy. You know, when I see a Cybercore spinning, I think, nah, this player knows how to use control groups. But when I don't see it spinning, I think, yeah, this player knows how to F2 and rally units out of their gateways. I'm a little bit sad there's only 1 unit queued on each gateway. I'd like to see 3 or 4 just to really fit in with the story that is this game. But it's going to be Double Robo as the follow-up, and a couple of probies just kind of running around the map. He's saying, let's make sure you're not taking any cheeky bases. Got to make sure I've denied all of them. Remember, gang, if you want to get your replays in for next weekend, the challenge, or next week, the challenge is Mimicry. Impersonate your favorite streamer. Obviously, you can throw some hints in chat. I'm going to try and guess it during the cast. As usual, the more entertaining or funny the game is, the more chance it gets picked. But, oh shit, tentacle to the face. Oh, I think the cannon is trying desperately to remember his safe word. He's like, yeah, no, I mean, it's not, it hurts. Like, I'm not in danger right now, but I feel like there is going to be a danger of asphyxiation if we keep this up in the... You know, everybody does say you always need to have a friend with you if you're going to try and hang yourself while you're having a bit of special time. You know what I'm saying? One of the worst ways is to die while you're just trying to get your jollies off. So this looks like, unfortunately, the cannon has forgotten the safe word. The spine crawler is just going to keep on whacking away. Is like, let's go, let's go, let's go. And I think it might be a classic case of finding him hanging on the back of the door with the tie around his neck. That's sad. Cannon does go down. That shield battery is going to go down as well. Meanwhile, we've got a single droppy lord. Where's that fucking droppy lord? Where is that? 1 droppy lord in the back of the base. We've got a great aspire and a couple of little wriggly jellyfish. Just look at them. They're so excited. They just want to become broodlords. And this single overlord is going to pick up a drone. And, the drone climbs into the sphincter of the overlord. It luckily, that was an experienced pair of drones. They've heard about it before. They had already covered up their nose so they didn't have to smell it as they climbed inside the overlord. They're like, man, I really feel Abatha could have made this transport smell better, man. Couldn't he have had like a special transport chamber? Abatha's like, mate, you'll smell what I make you smell. Succulent, meanwhile, is like, I better build up me defenses on this border control station. Back at home, I'm making disruptors. By the way, for yous who don't know, building balls against broodlords is basically a hard counter. You know, you just kind of make them, and then you're like, ha, I've got balls. And they don't shoot up, but if you still win the game, it does embarrass your opponent, which is probably the main game. Succulent's going to expand over here. Oh, look at that. 2 drones get dropped on the left-hand side. Spider-Man's like, oh, fuck yeah! I snuck out of me an extractor. Okay, why not? Why not, I guess? We've got 2 fucking broodlords and 3 corruptors 9 minutes into this game. A 3rd broodlord begins to morph. Doesn't that just look like a bunch of acne on top of a fucking... Like, it's like they took the bottom half of a queen and they just put acne on it, you know? It's fucking weird, man. These 3... Oh, the probe! This fucking hero probe scouts the broodlords. The broodlords are like, nah, we'll let you live, mate. We believe if you don't fight us... just kidding. We'll fucking throw our babies at your face, dickhead. So these 2 broodlords are going to go on a fast and brutal counterattack. Now, this has been spotted. The question is, I don't know how Succulent could possibly react in time For those of you who don't know, this is actually a pilot of the Fast and the Furious TV series, which is all about the fastest, sickest fucking Zerg units in the game, making really quick counterattacks across the map. I mean, it's just blazing fast. I mean, this is almost like that fucking scene in Austin Powers with the fucking steamroller. Right now, he's yelling, "Get out of the way! Get out of the way!" And Succulent's just standing over there going, "Ah! Ah! Ah!" The Broodlords are like, "No, like, just leave, man. You can just leave. Like, just walk away." Oh, they're not even on A move! Spider-Man! No! What the fuck? No! What a fucking shit show! What the fuck? 10 minutes on one base to build 3 Broodlords and right-clicks them across the map into the opponent's stalkers and cannons. Oh my god. Oh, so many things in this game would have been solved by attack moving. The cannon rush would have been held by attack moving the Zerglings. The Broodlords move commanding in. Now we've got +1 flyer attacks, Burrow, and another Dropper Lord being made. Fucking Disruptor, unupgraded Zealot Store coming across the map. There's +2 on the way. It's a random corner base. Succulent mining these juicy succulent minerals. We've got fucking 3 drones on this expansion. Sorry, I just knocked my mic. Let me know if that gets all fuzzy. Holy fuck. Oh, the first ball smacks into those spine crawlers. Is like, get fucked, mate. Where are the other ones? Look at this. One at a time. Is gonna fire them one at a time. The third one fires from way too far. Oh, 2 more Broodlords are making an attack. There's a random cannon and battery in the main base. So they're going to try and get through there at the same time. Oh, balls, 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 balls! Ooh, spine crawler's going down. They're trying to build more spines to hang on. Spider-Man's like, how do I transfuse? I don't know. Ooh, juicy hit there. Meanwhile, the Broodlords look like they are going to get rid of those robotic space. Morphing Broodlords over the ground like an absolute legend. Remember, guys, there's still no Warp Gate research. Charge before Warp Gate. Absolutely brilliant. Florencio's pants can barely contain his excitement at this one. He's like, I like to know that I'm influencing them into... Oh, no, don't kill your own zealots. Don't kill your own zealots! Took out one of them with a disruptor shot. No! What the fuck? Oh, my God. Oh, mass slow Zergling on one base coming out now as well. This is... Oh, shit. It's amazing. The Broodlords are starting to actually kill the main base as well. Holy crap. Succulent could lose this game, gang. You know, they do say being a bit too focused on border control can be bad. You know, you're probably trying to blame your problems on random faceless people that you find a way to dehumanize. But I feel like this is definitely what we would have to call, like, if we had to describe this game, like, both players' strategies are like the sloppy Joe strats. Like, this is not a fancy gourmet French meal. This is not something Letod would sit down with a knife and fork and eat and talk about how delectable it was. This is that sort of shit on, like, what's that angry chef guy who swears a lot? That Gordon Ramsay's. This is a bit like Gordon Ramsay's fucking build order disasters, you know? He's in here, he's like, what the fuck? Your disruptors are friendly firing your own fucking entree. Your fucking appetizer of zealots, you took it out with your own fucking main course of disruptors. What the fuck is this? You're going for dessert before serving anything else. You went straight for Broodlords. Oh my god, it's fucking filthy. What is this fucking base right now? You've got to set your fucking kitchen up before you make a decent build order, you fucking hot mess of a game. Gordon Ramsay would vomit if he had to watch this shit. And I know I'm vomiting, but in a good way. It's something where I'm a sick bastard and I kind of enjoy watching shit shows. Because it's just fucking hilarious. The last tentacles slowly getting taken out. So for any of you out there who are wondering what wins, balls or dick, remember, this game has proven that in the long run, the balls will beat the dicks. But there's more dicks coming up here. So, you know, they're going to try and defend, going to try and whack away. Meanwhile, the flying mustaches here, slowly going to take out all that production. Succulent has 6,500 minerals, but has not rebuilt any production or run any of the workers away. Has a billion resources, But oh my god, Succulent, you gotta fucking get some mining up. Oh, more balls, more balls, more balls! The queen comes forward. She's like, I'll take your balls to the face. That disruptor's like, nah, mate. Nah, 3 more dicks do manage to finish up, but the ball rotation is solid. Succulent just trying to slide these balls into the opponent's face one at a time. Ooh, and it hits the nothing. These probes are going to evacuate. These Broodlords conducting the slowest base trade of all time. The disruptors trying to take this out. Ooh, one ball does get snapped. The dicks bite back there, and they do manage to take it out. One more ball comes in. There's only 3 spine crawls. Wait, 4 left. One with only 11 hit points. The ball's slowly wearing them down. And there we go. Another one falls. The Stalker's finally brave enough to engage. They're going to go in. They're going to take this out. There's one more healthy spine crawler in the back. A ball comes in and friendly fire on the probe, but the spine crawler does go down. The Stalkers are let loose in that main base. These probes still dying. There's 7 Broodlords on the map, slowly killing everything. Succulent is like, I've got some money, but I don't really know what to use it for. I'm just going to build a billion gateways here. Oh no, has a random probe in the top left as well. I think a single Void Ray would win this game. There's one unit that shoots up right now for Spider-Man. That's this Queen, who's staring at the trees over there, staring at the autumn leaves, having a bit of a time. Zergling's going to come in. Oh, they say, get cucked, ball. They're going to try and surround it. We're out of range of the cannons, but oh my god, ball to the face. And those Zerglings were not ready for that brutal teabagging. I've never seen someone's entire body get possessed like the little girl out of The Exorcist just from having a ball hitting them in the face, but that's what happened to those Zerglings. They went flying. Their heads were rolling 360 degrees. Oh no! Oh, the friendly fire teabag. Remember guys, when you're in a Devil's Threesome, you've really got to be careful with where you put those balls, and that's exactly what backfired there for Succulent Stalkers. Those Stalkers accidentally got a little bit of their friend's taint on the face. More ball on the drones! Hot damn! This single Zergling's an absolute fucking hero, by the way, is slowly killing these disruptors. The Broodlords breaking through the containment. The border control station's going down. Oh no, this Zergling, he's so close to killing these 2 disruptors. There's another Zergling there as well. Oh no, the balls slowly taken down by a little bit of that pubic lice. Ah, another one goes down there. The pubic lice attack does work out. The Broodlord's taking it down, and the balls have been snapped. Now, this might actually work in Succulent's favor. Succulent now has nothing to take up the attention. No, is still going to micro this disruptor instead of spending the 8,500 resources. I like it. I like it. It's like, yeah, better one-shot to the drone. We're going to go on Succulent's camera, gang. We're going to try and get in the mind of the player here. Spider-Man says GG. Is that an offensive GG? Oh, Spider-Man. You've got to love games at this level. You're like, yeah, you couldn't have anything else. I killed your base. You definitely didn't have me locked on one base for 17 minutes. There's no way you have more money or things out on the map. Succulent's like, oh, get fucked, mate. I'm building a cybercore. I'm making a ton of gateways. I still haven't put on gas because I'm shit-talking. A second cybercore goes down as well. I like it just in case the first one dies. And Spider-Man here is like, are you going to make me pry it out? Okay. I mean, what could you possibly build to kill 6 or 7 Broodlords? I don't think there's anything out there. There's no weakness to my composition right now. Spider-Man, of course, prioritizing shit talk over macro, or considering the options in the game, says, well, I mean, I've killed so much shit. Like, what could possibly kill the Broodlords? Like, I mean, yeah, like, if a Void Ray shows up, like, no, let's not even think about if a Void Ray shows up. Thankfully, of course, for Spider-Man, we see it is just gateway units, but Stalkers, and they're actually being transformed into warp gates now. This absolute degenerate that he is, Succulent, making warp gates. Florencio turns his head away in disgust, is like, you could have finished it like a real boss by building 2 Stargates in a corner, making a couple Chads, but no, you had to go and make warp gate. What the fuck is this shit? Next thing you know, he's going to control group the Stalkers. Succulent massing shield batteries. Not really something which stops Broodlords, but I like it. I like it. The Nexus is going to go down. We see here Spider-Man with his big fucking raging boner saying, I'm going to win this game. I'm going to win this game. Fuck you and your cannons. Fuck you and your cannons. The Stalkers run forward and say, ha, ha, welcome to Coxville. Population 1. His name's Spider-Man. 3 Broodlords already do go down, or 2 Broodlords, sorry. The Stalkers pull back to the shield batteries. The Broodlords are coming into the open. The Broodlords are coming into the open. Oh my god, I don't even know if they were moved. They moved so close. They walked into Stalker range before they started attacking. The Stalkers trying desperately to focus fire. One more gets shot out of the sky. And Succulent trying to do a bit of focus fire. The Broodlords being microed here. Spider-Man is like, fuck the video game. fuck the video game. Protoss is bullshit. And once again, we see that past the 17-minute mark, I've been saying it before, I'll say it again, Stalkers are the best unit in the game. They beat everything. Honestly, what unit out there is pound for pound more effective? Maybe there's an argument for the Zergling in the mineral line that goes unnoticed, but no, the probes realize they're being ravaged. They turn around, they take it out. One lone Broodlord left in the open is like, fuck you, I'll throw me babies in your face. Does take out a Stalker, but goes down in return. And Spider-Man's like, shit, I guess I make a few more Corruptors, is only mining with a handful of drones, is still mining gas despite having next to no minerals. And I believe Spider-Man at this point is looking around and realizing that hill over there, the forest over there, those aren't really hills. Those aren't really forests. The ridges, the creeks, the nooks and crannies of this map. Indeed, he realizes it was all a facade in his imagination. Spider-Man thought he was in Victory Town, but indeed, that hilltop over there with the flag on it that said fucking glorious victory, it actually is shaped a little bit like two small hills with a large spire in between them. That forest over there, those trees have a slight mushroom-esque shape to them. They look a little tumescent and firm. He realizes he is in Dicktown, and he says, oh no, it was all in my head. I'd never won the game in the first place. Broodlords don't automatically win the game. I was in Dicktown all along. And Spider-Man, defeated by the cannon rush, defeated by the border control station, where he decided to chase the pylons and the probe rather than the cannons. My favorite part of that game was still the move command Broodlords. You know, when you invest everything in one base Broodlords and you right-click your Broodlords into your opponent's cannons after they take 8 minutes to cross the map, I mean, that, to me, that's something we'll never see again. And we should all feel lucky that we were able to witness such greatness here, right now, in this video game. A moment of silence for Spider-Man, of course, who was not able to win this game. Was not able to take it out, but hats off to Succulent for getting us a nice, juicy, succulent victory. And really following in Florencio's footsteps there. Good shit.